Hello and welcome everybody. Today we're going to have a discussion about entering through the door and looking the part to enter through the door. So if you're interested, stay tuned, and as always I'm going to pray for you at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so I want you to picture this. You have a farm and there's sheep and there's goats, and you want to separate them to go into the kraal so that you can either treat them, feed them, or let them sleep for the night. But you don't want them to mix. Now you appoint two people. The one would look for sheep, the animals that have attributes like a sheep, and then you would have one that looked for attributes of goat, so that you can separate them. And as I saw this picture, then I asked the Lord, number one, Lord, by which gate would I enter? Will I enter in by the sheep gate or by the goat gate? And he said, well, it depends on who you're covered by. And I didn't understand. Out of myself, I'm going to go through the goat gate. And it worried me a bit up until I received the revelation that if you partake in Yeshua, then you look like him. When you partake of the body, then you become like him. You get the attributes of him. And that is very important, because we need to look like him. But out of ourselves, we're not going to look like Yeshua. Out of ourselves, we're going to look like goat, and we're going to be fleshly and worldly. But when we are covered by him, then we're going to look like him. So remember, life is in the blood. And if the blood covers us, then what let's call it the person that looks for the attributes of the sheep, look, and he sees the life of Christ, then he's going to accept us. But if he doesn't see the life of Christ, then he says, well, we have no attributes to be allowed into this gate. And I just want to read us a few scriptures, and it's very important. It's in John 13. I'm going to read for you from verse 7, where it says, and Jesus said to him, what I am doing you do not understand now, but you will know after this. Peter said to him, you shall never wash my feet. And Yeshua answered him, if I do not wash you, you have no part in me. Now, that is an interesting part, because out of ourselves, we will, number one, say, wow, Lord, please don't touch me. Don't wash my feet. I am not pure. I'm not holy enough. And Yeshua said, well, if I don't wash your feet, you have no part in me. And I want you to think of that today. Are we allowing ourselves to be washed by the blood of the Lamb? Are we allowing the Father to do a perfect work in us? Because we want to enter. Yeshua said, I am the gate. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody goes to the Father except through me. And we want to go to the Father. We want to be part of him, part of his family. And therefore we need to enter through the gate. But before we enter through the gate, we need to look like him. We need to be prepared and be washed clean so that we can enter. Out of my own deeds, I'm not going to make it. But when I'm covered by him, the only thing that the Father is going to see is he's going to see the life of Christ, because I'm covered with it. And that is what I want to leave you with today, so that you can think and meditate upon it. If you go through difficult times and you feel, I'm not getting it right, I'm not able to get everything right, make sure that you are covered by the blood of the Lamb. Father, I pray that you'll help us, teach us, that you'll give us the understanding so that we'll be washed clean, that we'll be washed by the price that has been paid for us, because we will overcome with the word of our testimony and with the blood of the Lamb. Help us to be part of your kingdom, but to help us to be effective and do what we are supposed to do. Help us so that we can listen to your instructions. I thank you for your love, and I thank you for your mercy. I thank you for that in the name of Yeshua. Be blessed.